A brand new Mercedes-Benz. 340 million Nigerian nairas. Posted online for the world to see. Within hours, it was everywhere. Instagram, X, WhatsApp groups, every Nigerian Forex page you can think of. The caption was simple: Forex did this. The man behind the wheel? Kelvin Talent. A name a lot of you have probably seen before. Funded trader, 7 figures. A face that's been all over your timeline talking about going from zero to everything. But here's what almost nobody asked in that moment. How? That's what we're digging into today. Not to drag him. Not to crown him either. Just to actually look at the story behind the story. Let's get into it. If you follow Kelvin Talent, real name Kelvin Osita, you already know the narrative. It's the kind of story that's built entire YouTube channels and trading academies across Nigeria. By his own account, the journey goes back several years. He talks about discovering trading, first crypto then Forex, at a point where, like a lot of young Nigerians, he was looking for any way out of the usual script: school, job hunt, hustle, repeat. He's been open about the early grind. Losses. Blown accounts. The kind of trial and error every trader online claims to have gone through, except in his case, he says it actually turned a corner. By his own timeline, somewhere between 2020 and 2024, things scaled fast. He's posted about building a family house. Then a second one, for himself. Then one for his grandmother. Along the way, multiple cars, landed properties, and the label he uses most, 7 figures funded trader, meaning, in trading terms, that he claims to manage accounts funded by proprietary trading firms worth 7 figures in dollars. He didn't stop at trading either. He's positioned himself as an entrepreneur too, founder of an edtech brand, content creator, even describing himself as a footballer at one point. The whole package: trader, founder, mentor, lifestyle brand. And then came the Benz. 340 million Nigerian nairas. The single biggest flex of his career so far, and the moment that took him from trading influencer with a following to a name actually being talked about across Nigerian finance Twitter. On paper, it's the dream. The exact story every aspiring trader watching this wants to believe is possible. But that car is also where things started to get complicated. The moment that car hit timelines, the reaction split into 2 camps. One side celebrated. The other started doing the math. And the math is the problem. To genuinely earn 340 million Nigerian nairas purely from trading profits, financial analysts who looked into this pointed out you'd basically need one of 3 things: a massive starting capital base, somewhere in the 100 to 200 million Nigerian nairas range, years of seriously consistent returns in the 20 to 30% range annually, which is exceptional even by professional fund manager standards, or extremely leveraged, high-risk positions that almost no professional trader would recommend, because one bad week wipes you out. None of those are impossible. But none of them are casual either. Then there's the second red flag, not the purchase itself, but how it was announced. Multiple sources reported that the car reveal was amplified with the help of paid influencers, accounts hired specifically to spread the story further. And that detail is what made a lot of seasoned traders raise an eyebrow, because as more than one commentator on X put it at the time, if you genuinely made that kind of money from trading, why would you need to pay people to tell the world about it? That single question ended up traveling further than the car photo itself. To be clear, and this matters, none of this proves he didn't earn it legitimately. Nobody has produced evidence that he's running a scheme. It's entirely possible he's a genuine outlier, someone who beat odds that crush most traders. The honest answer is, we don't know, because the one thing that would settle it instantly, verified brokerage statements, proof of the funded accounts, an actual breakdown of the strategy, hasn't been published. And in trading, that absence speaks louder than the car ever could. Here's why this story matters beyond just one person. Nigeria's Forex and crypto trading scene has exploded over the last decade. Millions of young people, real economic pressure, and a genuine hunger to escape the usual financial ceiling. That's a powerful, completely understandable motivation. But it's also exactly the environment where lifestyle marketing thrives. And there's a pattern financial watchdogs have flagged again and again. Real traders tend to show their work: charts, trade breakdowns, actual analysis. The accounts built purely around cars, cash, and luxury reveals are the ones worth being skeptical of, because the business model often isn't trading at all, it's recruitment. Selling courses. Selling signals. Selling the dream of being you, packaged as a mentorship program. None of that automatically applies to Kelvin Talent specifically. But it's the exact landscape his story is sitting inside, which is precisely why the scrutiny exists. This isn't really about taking him down. It's about a much bigger question every single person watching this needs to ask before they trust the next trading guru on their timeline. Are they showing you proof, or are they showing you a Benz? So, genius trader, or genius marketer? Honestly, that's the question with no clean answer yet. And maybe that's the real untold story here, not a hidden secret about Kelvin Talent specifically, but how easy it is for any of us to watch a car, a house, a headline, and skip straight past the part where we ask for proof. If you're someone actually trying to build wealth through trading, and I know a lot of you watching this are, here's the one takeaway worth taking from all of this. Verified track records beat flashy lifestyles, every single time. Anyone can buy a car on credit. Few people can show you a real, audited trading history. That's the real lesson buried in this whole story. If this kind of breakdown is useful to you, let me know in the comments, and subscribe, because we're going to keep pulling back the curtain on the trading influencer space, one story at a time.